All right, so while people are still railing against my Tavares video because my opinion is different, I don't even understand. I even say in that video the Leafs could very well win a Stanley Cup. This could be the key to them winning. It doesn't matter. Anyhow, anyways, let's discuss today's signings. What's that about? Um, Calvin DeHaan signs with the Carolina Hurricanes for a 4-year contract with a cap hit of $4.55 million. I'm not sure where he's going to play in that lineup. Because if we look, let me just go into. I'm just going to take a quick look at their blue line because this one kind of confused me a little bit. When I saw the term, it's fine and the cap hit would be fine, but the team kind of confuses me because they're not going to be going to the cap. They still got $15 million in cap space. So their blue line now has Dougie Hamilton, Jacob Slavin, Justin Falk, Calvin DeHaan, and Brett Pesce all making $4 million plus. So that's a $24 million blue line before you get a number 6 guy. And there's probably going to be Van Riemsdyk, who's a restricted free agent right now with arbitration rights. To me, it screams Falk's on his way out, doesn't it? DeHaan's a left-handed defenseman. Falk's right. Dougie Hamilton is right. Pesce's right. Slavin's the only left-handed defenseman in the top 5. If you count Hayden Fleury, then Hayden Fleury's a left-handed defenseman. Trevor Van Riemsdyk's technically a right-handed defenseman. I think this points to Justin Falk being on his way out the door. That's the thing that makes the most amount of sense to me. Other signings. It's interesting that Darren Archibald's coming back to the Canucks for 1 year at league minimum. I only mention this because towards the end of the year he actually played really well, and I think he deserves more than the league minimum for the way he played, but okay. Robbie Fabry, who we all hope will be healthy this year and have a great season, has extended 1 year in St. Louis for $925,000. So this is a show me contract. If he comes back healthy next year, he gets the big raise. The one that I saw people laughing at today, I want to defend. The the New York Islanders signed Robin Lehner for a 1 year contract at $1.5 million. Now, they have Grice, they have Gibson, now they have Lehner. I know Lehner didn't look great for Buffalo last year. I know Lehner right now is an easy one to make fun of. But his .906 save percentage isn't that far off from the percentage put up by Cam Ward, right? And I didn't hear a lot of complaining about Cam Ward signing on for $3 million with Chicago. So to me, Lehner signing on for $1.5 million in for the Islanders isn't bad. I think what's going on now with the Islanders, and we really got to watch this, because Tavares has been pulled out of the lineup, and because of the fact that Halak is gone, and now they've added Lehner, and they've added a couple other pieces. I think it's real easy to point at the Islanders and go, they're the worst team in the league. Maybe, but maybe there's some sort of a plan here. Now, I also want to throw in, too, that I'm not doing going forward videos at this point, because I've already done that going into the draft. Season preview videos will be coming up towards the end of this month. Between now and then, though, I may look at some rosters. I may look at their depth charts. And in the Islanders' case, I haven't looked over their depth chart yet, but I don't think it's as bad as it's being made out to be. I think there's still hope for the Islanders. They obviously still have cap money. And I don't think picking up Lehner means that it's going to just be this huge disaster from October through April. It could be, but I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Absolutely giving them the benefit of the doubt. Other signings today of interest. Brad Richardson is returning to the Arizona Coyotes for 2 more years at $1.25 million. Brad Richardson was one of my favorite Vancouver Canucks when he was in Vancouver. I like the guy a lot, and I'm glad to see he's coming back. Justin Hall, Toronto Maple Leafs farmhand, defenseman, gets a 2-year contract for $675,000 a year, $1.35 million. He could very well get himself. He could end up getting on this roster, and giving him a 2-year contract means the Leafs have some faith in him. And I'm hoping for the best for him, because honestly, the Toronto blue line, I would say there's a couple openings there, and obviously Dermott has an inside track, and maybe Callie Rosen gets a shot. But Justin Hall, I've always liked the kid, and this could be the year. He's 26 years of age. this could very well be the year, and a 2-year contract could end up looking like a huge. It could end up looking like a discount or a bargain down the road. Now from yesterday, and I didn't do videos on these because again I'm on the road, right? Or at least this one. Brian Gibbons signs a 1-year deal for $1 million with the Ducks. Good move by the Ducks. Gibbons had a great start. He may have faded down the stretch for the New Jersey Devils, but I think it's a good depth signing for the Anaheim Ducks. I think that's the kind of depth they've needed. They also signed Carter Rowney for a 3-year deal for a combined $3.4 million, $1.13 million. Hey, if you can add cheap depth and you can make it work, it is one of those tricks to making your team last to make the playoffs and potentially able to move forward in the playoffs. And when I say last, I don't mean last one into the playoffs. I mean that they maintain a good season and they get in there. It's a long day today. It was a long day. And the other one I want to touch on because it's kind of weird is Zach Ronaldo signing with Nashville for league minimum. I will say this: Zach Ronaldo is one of the few that I look at and say he's kind of a pure enforcer, but he does have that dirty side to his game, which is really hard to ignore. And he is a guy that I would think this is probably his last shot at a job in the NHL, but I would have thought last year was his last shot at a job in the NHL. So there's something Nashville sees here, and we'll see whether or not it works out for them. But those are the major signings that took place. There are some guys who are staying put. Sean Corrali signed a 3-year deal to stay in Boston at $1.275 million a year. Corrali, if he ends up realizing his offensive potential, and there's some there, that could end up being a huge bargain for Boston. Remy Ely staying 1 more year with Dallas at least. So there's some guys who are renewing contracts. Not a whole lot of movement today and yesterday, other than the guys I've already done videos on. But there you go. Let me know what you guys think, especially regarding the Calvin DeHaan one, because that one seems a little... It just seems odd, because it seems like Carolina, a team that's not spending to the cap, is already spending a lot of money on defensemen, and now they just picked up another one, so who's on their way out? Let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. And I'll talk to you again soon.